What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is now the 4 o'clock games for the franchise Red Zone channel. Yes, we had a very successful 1 o'clock round of games. We saw some rookie QBs have wonderful debuts, such as Caleb Williams. Drake May, they didn't get the win, but he was very good, throwing for well over 350 yards. Jaden Daniels was so-so, but he kept his team in it. Just some unfortunate breaks in the red zone. So our franchise's teams are doing well. The Carolina Panthers got a big win that I don't think anyone saw coming against my Eagles. Yeah, so great games, and more great games come here in the 4 o'clock hour. We have 4 games, and I hope you sit back, relax as well, and enjoy. And let's get this kicked off for the 4 o'clock franchise focus games.
Started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taking it about the 1, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
They started on the ground with Eckler. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Cousins on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, as the Jaguars march towards the red zone, we have our first red zone action of the day. It's the Buccaneers inside Denver territory. Rachaad White carries it for a first down at the 5 or the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Buccaneers.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 3. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener.
All right, as we see there, J.J. McCarthy, the new rookie starting quarterback for the Buccaneers, gets his first career passing touchdown to who else but Mike Evans. These rookies today are really putting on a show. That is another first-round draft pick that is delivering on opening day. As the Jags come back here into the red zone, they are first and goal from the Minnesota Vikings red zone.
How long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And they'll run with Etienne, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed maneuver on that run.
All right, let's show you what just happened here in the San Francisco 49ers Arizona Cardinals game. Brock Purdy goes to take off, and he gets tackled, and he gets injured on this play right here. He has to leave the game, obviously frustrated. So in comes Marcus Mariota to back him up. The 49ers are in the red zone, and Marcus Mariota in backup action. Another backup today gets the pass to Kyle Juszczyk for the touchdown, and the 49ers are on the board. Hopefully Brock Purdy is okay, and we'll see him back later on in the game. But if not, it looks like Marcus Mariota will have to finish it out for the 49ers. And let's jump back here to the Jags just in time to see a touchdown here for the Jags. It is Evan Ingram catching that touchdown from Trevor Lawrence. Now, we did question Trevor Lawrence at the beginning of the season, whether or not he was a bust as a first overall pick. He's been kind of a disappointment so far, but already on the board answering in week 1 of the 2024 season, and maybe he has some things to prove.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Shoves him away. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. A give to ETN running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 46 yards. And the Jaguars are off to a
All right, as you see here, Trevor Lawrence gets his 2nd passing touchdown of the day, this time to Calvin Ridley, going deep down the field over the top. And the Jaguars are on top of the Vikings, 14-0 pending the extra point here. Already 2 passing touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence in this game, and we're still in the first quarter.
Jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's Calvin Ridley.
So let's kick to New York and Pittsburgh. It's the Giants up 3, as this big play we are re-showing you is a monster arm on Michael Penix Jr., another rookie starting today, making a big play. He's a lefty, ladies and gentlemen, and he has what looks to be a cannon, hitting Darius Slayton, putting the Giants in the red zone, which sets up them here for 2nd and 10 at about the Steelers' 14-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to extend.
And it's going to be another rookie for the Giants carrying the ball in for their first touchdown of the day. Blake Corum out of Michigan gets the Giants on the board with a touchdown, 10-0 Giants over the Steelers. Now back to the Jaguars and the Vikings in Minnesota.
Across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
All right, so we're going to cut to the Denver-Tampa Bay game, where it's the Denver Broncos inside the red zone as the first quarter comes to a wind down of the clock.
And it's 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook
So
it.
as the quarter ends here, it looks like the Broncos are going to be forced to kick a field goal. If they do end up going for it, we'll cut back to that game. But now let's go back to Minnesota, where the Jaguars are driving again to begin the second quarter in Vikings territory.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. Taken down at the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 1st down, Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Danielle Hunter. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range, no matter how perfect the
All right, so as the Jaguars are driving again towards Vikings goal line here, we're going to cut back to Denver and Tampa Bay, where it's Rachaad White and J.J. McCarthy getting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers into the red zone.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. Shoves him aside. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterback.
Let's go back to Arizona real quick, where this just happened. Hollywood What'll Dream Brown catches a long touchdown pass here for the Cardinals. The Cards are on top of the 49ers. Kyler Murray, Kyler the compiler of stats, is looking to have a rebound year after being hurt for most of last year. So what do we expect from the Cardinals going forward? Let's jump back to Tampa Bay, where J.J. McCarthy and Tampa Bay are in the red zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Once again, it's White. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, thinking about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I was running here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be 4th down and goal. If the Buccaneers decide to go for it, we'll get you back to that game. Now let's jump to Pittsburgh, where it's the Steelers who are inside the red zone, and the Giants are defending the goal line.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Pickett. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
Get down near the goal line. This is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury.
It's the Steelers getting on the board here as Pat Freiermuth catches the short touchdown pass. 10-7 Giants. Let's jump back to Minnesota, where the Jaguars are close to the red zone. And right on cue, Trevor Lawrence throws another touchdown pass, this time to Christian Kirk. And we have a barn burner already here in the second quarter. The Vikings defense is not playing well, and Trevor Lawrence has this Jags offense primed already on opening day.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence will throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball.
All right, so let's jump to what just happened here in the Denver game. A long pass here to Greg Dulcich. He takes it down the sideline for a long touchdown, putting the Denver Broncos on top here in Denver.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film.
Big play has them all.
So we have the Steelers in the red zone, but they are in the 2-minute warning break, and we have the Jaguars moving towards the red zone here as the 2-minute warning comes up. So as soon as the 2-minute warning breaks come back, we will get you to both these games. We'll show them to you both simultaneously. The Steelers and the Jags are both back inside the red zone.
Here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Lawrence, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here this first half. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a route is on here in this first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Thomas from 8 yards out. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
So before we set what just happened in those 2 games, let's show you what just happened in the Tampa Bay Denver game. It's Russell Gage catching a long touchdown pass from J.J. McCarthy. These rookies are unbelievable today. We saw Zay Jones catch another touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence, and we saw Michael Thomas catch his first touchdown as a Steeler in Pittsburgh.
When the pressure's on, can you throw it with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was 4 here.
Let's get you back to Minnesota, where the Vikings are operating under the 2-minute drill with 36 seconds left. They have a 2nd and 2 here. Timeout. Vikings.
Receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Complete to Addison on the out route. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
Throwing it and pushing it down.
And let's show you what just happened here in the Steelers Giants game. Another long pass, a blown coverage. Michael Penix Jr. gets another touchdown, this time to Wan'Dale Robinson. And the Giants go back on top in Pittsburgh. Quite a bunch of games today by all rookie quarterbacks drafted so far, I believe. At least in the first 2 rounds of the draft, as Michael Penix Jr. was drafted in the 2nd round. Back to Minnesota, where the Vikings have the ball just at midfield.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend.
All right, well, that is how the half is going to end here in Minnesota. We saw some great games going on, 4 games in total in the 4 o'clock hour. We've seen Michael Penix Jr. and J.J. McCarthy both throw multiple touchdowns already in their career, in their games. Trevor Lawrence is putting on a show in Minnesota, as you've seen here. And the Cardinals and the 49ers are going back and forth in Arizona. So some great games today to kick off the season. Some great rookies having some really good starts to their careers. I think the future is very bright in the NFL and the franchises. So let's get you back to the action for the second half. What are we expecting to see? Well, hopefully we see some more scoring here in the red zone.
Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And out of bounds right around the 20. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Evades him at the 10. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first.
The Vikings have entered the red zone, and they have a 1st and goal from the Jacksonville about 9-yard line. Can the Vikings get back into this game?
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Slot man moves right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards, not enough. And
well as Trevor Lawrence is playing today, I think we have to talk about how well the Jaguars defense is playing, as they're going to hold the Minnesota Vikings to a 3 points here when they're up already 31 points in the second half of the game. So I guess the Vikings are seemingly throwing in the towel. I'm not sure, going for 3 points there. I mean, they get on the board, but they're still down 28 points with just over 5 minutes left in the third. But the Jags defense makes the stand in the red zone, holding the Vikings to just 3 points. And here comes Trevor Lawrence back on the field, possibly looking to put more points on the board for this Jaguars offense.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score,
and as the Jaguars move into Vikings territory, let's get you to Arizona, where the 49ers, with the return of Brock Purdy to the lineup in the game, are inside Arizona's red zone, inside the 5. Second in inches for the 49ers, looking to get back into this game.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are back within a score.
And it's Brock Purdy who finds Braden Willis, the tight end, in the back of the end zone, and the 49ers have cut this lead to 3 points.
In the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive.
So let's get you back to Minnesota, where Trevor Lawrence has this Jaguars team very close to getting inside the red zone again for the Jaguars.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
And as they approach the red zone, we have another team here we'll bring up in the lower left-hand corner, getting in the red zone as well.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
We sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
So, as we saw there, we have J.J. McCarthy throwing another touchdown pass, this time to Russell Gage for their 2nd hookup of the day, and we saw Trevor Lawrence throw another touchdown to Calvin Ridley for his 2nd touchdown of the day. And what a day for Trevor Lawrence. 38-3 for the Jaguars, and it looks like the Buccaneers are well in control of the game in Denver.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just
all right, so put the four fingers up. We are heading to the fourth quarter here in the 4 o'clock games. A lot of games coming down.
This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts.
Well, not a lot of games are coming down to the wire. We have a couple blowouts here. 2 close games. 2 games where teams seemingly have it in hand. And let's show you what just happened in the Steelers game off the bat. We have another touchdown here as it's tight end Darnell Washington catching a long pass for the Steelers. This is a nice little back and forth between the Giants and the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
The Vikings have a first down.
Back to Minnesota, where Kirk Cousins is trying to get anything going for this Minnesota Vikings team, as they are just outside of the red zone here in Minnesota.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And the Minnesota Vikings have entered the red zone in Jacksonville territory.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Cousins now. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Osborne, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that.
Well, Kirk Cousins finally throws his first touchdown of the day. Just getting over the fingers of the defender to K.J. Osborne. The Minnesota Vikings aren't giving up, I guess, but they're down 28 points still in Minnesota at home versus the Jaguars. Dwayne Carter's having himself a game as well as Trevor Lawrence. And here comes Trevor Lawrence. Looks like he's not ready to stop putting it on the Vikings here.
This drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway. Meaning they want to first and
so let's jump back to Arizona, where it's the 49ers in the red zone trying to take the lead or tie this game.
3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Purdy.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense.
All right, so Zavon Collins gets the sack on Brock Purdy, and it looks like the 49ers are going to have to settle for 3 points here in Arizona to tie the game. Let's get you back to this Vikings game where Trevor Lawrence already has his team again into Vikings territory, threatening to get into this red zone.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 24. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the vine.
All right, let's get you guys to Arizona where this just happened for the Cardinals. Big play here from Kyler Murray to his tight end, Trey McBride. The 49ers are now going to be down to the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Is this another big upset today on opening week of franchises?
And you and I both know that their defense longer than you expect.
Back to Minnesota where Trevor Lawrence has the Jags back into the red zone, threatening to score again. Can they put a 45 on the board? Will they have to settle for 3? Let's find out as the 2-minute warning approaches here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And as we wait for that to come back from commercial, this just happened in the Arizona-San Francisco game. First play of their next drive, the San Francisco 49ers hit Big George Kittle, and we have another tie ball game pending the extra point. And when we come back, I believe we have 2 teams that will be in the red zone to start the 2-minute warning, underneath the 2-minute warning.
Film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could.
With Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run, taking it about the 1.
And as we just saw there in both those red zone trips, the Buccaneers take an unnecessary 3-point field goal with 1 second left inside the red zone, and the Jacksonville Jaguars give the ball to Kenneth Gainwell, who put them up 45-10 here in Minnesota as time is winding down. And this one coming to an end, most likely, question mark, a loss here for the Minnesota Vikings, but maybe they can get some garbage time points here as the waning seconds tick down. Okay, let's leave this game and get to one that's more competitive. Let's go to Pittsburgh, where the New York Giants and Michael Penix Jr. are driving, trying to take the lead here late, very late in the game. Michael Penix throws deep, and he has Darren Waller for what is likely the game winner. What an ending here. What a rookie debut for not only him, but all these rookie QBs that have been drafted this year in the first 2 rounds. We were saying the first round, but now it's 2 rounds because Michael Penix Jr. went into the second round to the Giants. So what a finish here in Pittsburgh. What a backbreaker, a heartbreaker for the Steelers. Now, let's take you to Arizona, where we have a game-winning field goal on the line here for the 49ers with 11 seconds left. And what another heartbreaker, this time for another home team. The Arizona Cardinals seem to have had control of this game, and in a matter of a few plays in the second half, the 49ers were able to crawl back to tie it multiple times and now have taken the lead on a late field goal. All Kyler can do now is throw one up and pray. And this will probably likely end it. But warming up Joey Sly, who's got a big leg, but I don't think it's big enough to hit one from anywhere close to where they're at right now.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together.
And that's going to do it here for us. That is the wrap of the 4 o'clock games. We had some great finishes here, some great performances all around today. Thank you for watching. Please tell me who you think is legit. You know how week ones go. A lot of times there's big week 1 performances, and those guys just never show up the rest of the year. So there's still some time left in this Minnesota-Jacksonville game as the Vikings have gotten down in the red zone. So let's take you there and finish off our broadcast from here.
Here's Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
All right, well, the Vikings have also run out of time here, trying to get some garbage time points, which they do not get. So tell me what was your favorite game that we cut to. Who do you think had the best performance? Was it that man right there, Trevor Lawrence? Was it the rookie Caleb Williams? Maybe it was Michael Penix Jr. throwing that game winner. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon with Sunday Night Football and 2 games for Monday Night Football before we get to week 2. And before we get to week 2, we have the podcast where we break down what happened in week 1 and we look ahead to week 2. So, like I said, this is a full Madden rebuild. It's a full, involved rebuild. It's like anything you've ever seen before. So, also tell me what you think I could do to improve the red zone, the franchise red zone. And thank you for watching. See ya.